This is from one of his old tournaments back in the day, but this showcases the main weakness of crawlers. Just like Sword Rat, they need tanks to be effective. And if you get too cocky with your crawlers, then against high numbers of Archidons, you can end up losing them all. And once you lose all of your crawlers, it's pretty much pointless trying to spam them again, because at that point it just becomes too late. You're better off getting units like Juggernauts for the rest of the map, a B tier swords in the mid game. If is to annihilate it, Empire, these guys are ridiculous. Now, when I first played State War 2 and I came across the dead level, God, did I hate those dead. I was like, in what universe did it make sense to create a tanky range unit that can poison? That's what makes deads solid. They are perfect when it comes to playing safe and playing defensive, especially against Order's Archidons, which are faster, can mass quicker, and can actually be pretty nightmares to deads if you wouldn't believe. But they're able to hold off on their own much better than Albatross can. So their ability to poison is good, but some of their major weaknesses is against light units, they have terrible damage output. And that lighter units like archers, swords, mercs, they kind of do a crappy job in, severely damaging them. It's the poison that does the work. Now, when it comes to you losing, say they're worthy of S because of how much of a risk it is to try and use those guys. They're slow. They don't have a very strong damage output against light units. And if you lose them all, if you don't have a backup plan, you pretty much lose the game. But when you needed something that's tanky and can hold on its own for a while, Toxic Deads, they'll get the job done for you. Up next, we have the Marokai, and the Marokai is getting a straight up S tier. The Marokai is freaking busted, and who was better to show me how busted he was than 75G? I played Stick Empire's challenges with him all the time. I personally think that he is the best Marokai user there is. No one is better at showing how deadly the Marokai is than him. Do you remember how in Pokemon, Ash always talked about how much he wanted to be a Pokemon master? Well, if you went and asked him the same thing, what did he want to be? I guarantee he would tell you that he wanted to be a Marokai master.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
The Marokai is extremely good. We're talking 12-second reaps. 12 seconds, that's how long it takes for the reap to cool down. 12 seconds, it has insanely long range, and you can reap literally anything you want, and it will always come forward with the exception of a Spiritomb and Shield Wall or the Treacher from the Elementals. And then the Hellfish, which can just shear through a line of units. It can just shear through and destroy almost everything in its path, especially when you're stacking it, and it also has a long range. The Marokai is extremely good for Chaos, one of the best offensive spellcasters in the game, I would say, and they're even pretty good at playing defensively, I would say, at least when it comes to playing against those who were using Cycloids against Chaos. In EVC, it's common for most players to run Cycloids to try and destroy wings. Well, you can use Marokai to put a stop to that by reaping the Cycloids and then Hellfisting them. Marokai is good. Marokai is definitely getting an S tier. Alright, so like I said, S tier for the Marokai. I really think he deserves it. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and take the Queen of Chaos, Medusa herself, and I'm going to also put her in the S tier. I don't even need to explain why. Medusa herself actually wants to tell you, so I'm gonna let the Queen of Chaos step forward and tell you why she deserves to be in the S tier. So go ahead, take it away, Medusa.
Venomflux.
Chaos Empire has some really
Holy Venomflux over the wall. I wasn't seeing that one coming. I don't think Chaos Empire 8 even saw that one coming. That one is super worth.
Okay, so let's kill two birds with one stone and rank the last two units of Chaos on the tier list together. We got Eclipsers and Chaos Giants, and they are both good. Eclipsers don't have any special abilities, but that doesn't mean they're not strong. You know, they're pretty much as basic as a flying range unit gets. An Archidon threw some wings on it, and they have the exact same reloading animation and everything. I think it's pretty neat. But anyway, Eclipsers are good. They got a decent speed. They have auto heal and cure that allows them to escape intense situations and save themselves from dying to things like poison and burn damage. They are actually slightly faster than Archidons and units that share the same speed as Archidons. So they're very good at picking things off that are exposed at the top of the map. Very good at sniping. They can mass in pretty quick numbers, and they only take out 3 populations, so you can get a decent number of wings. So overall, Eclipsers are good. I would say they're a lot more offensive than Deads, which are more defensive.